two biggest things this week for us, and talking to our guys about it, was the excitement we have for the TBT team. It's been a lot of fun following those guys. They had 3 good wins, and now they go into quarters, so that's been a lot of fun. And then, of course, Tom Hovass, who played here in the 80s for Coach Parkhill, head coach of the Japan Olympic team, getting excited and ready to watch his team in the Olympics, and him representing Penn State is a great thing for our basketball program at Penn State University as a whole. I know there's, I think, 30-plus athletes from Penn State in the Olympics. We'll be cheering them all on, and Tom will be representing our basketball program, so we're really excited for him. So it's been a fun week talking about Penn State basketball.
Mike, we saw Miles Goodman in the sling last week. Is there anything you can give us about that injury?
Yeah, just just dealing with an injury, and like our Penn State policy, and we're not going to talk about it, but he's recovered, and we'll get him back here soon.
To go off of that, when you have someone so young sidelined for some crucial time in the calendar, what do you want to see from him while he's in this state?
Do everything in your power to get back on the court, and find ways to keep learning all the time. And it's our job as a coaching staff and our leaders on the team to make him feel a part of it. He's been great. He's doing well in the classroom, and he's seeing the training room every day and all that stuff. So I think the biggest thing is when a young guy is not involved all the time in the practice, you can spend a lot of time with him, which we've done. So got off to a great start. It's just part of athletics. You got to deal with it.
You mentioned those ways he can grow, but does this reset expectations at all for him as a freshman, considering there's lost time in there?
No, I mean, hey, we all go through it. When you get back, then you go to work. And the number one thing I want our guys to be is healthy. I want their minds to be well, and I want their bodies to be healthy, and then they can take off. And that's the most important thing for me. Always has been, always will be. When your guys are right, that's when good things happen. So, my expectations are high of him. I want him to come in here and give us, be an impact in our program, but in so many other ways too.
Expectations can be high going into the second year now, especially because you can put the roster so quickly in the portal. How do you measure success when you're trying to build a program, but knowing that maybe there is anticipation that you should get to some of those schools sooner than you would have 5 or 6 years ago?
Yeah, well, I'm an impatient person, so I had him last year too. It's in everything we do. Showing up early, spending more time in the gym, making sure that we're taking care of each other. Off the court stuff as much as on the court stuff. Time out. What's that noise?
It's the jackhammer
upstairs. Yeah. Do you want to discuss that?
Next question. But to build a program, you have to put down a foundation, and there's so many little parts of that are behind the scenes stuff. But then we all want to see the foundation when it's game day and all that. You will see that, and I think we're going to continue to build on it. But to me, is the returning guys are better leaders, and they're better workers, and they're more disciplined than they were a year ago. For the new guys to catch on quicker maybe than guys did last year or the year before, like that to me that's how you build it. And then the other side of it is competing the way we compete every day. Not everybody wants to do that. We got to find guys that do that. I really like our group so far this summer about the way to compete. They go after each other with purpose. When I say go after each other, it's not like we're not getting something out of it. We're competing to win around here every day, but there's a purpose of each drill that we're competing in, or the scrimmage or whatever it may be, or the competitions in the weight room or on the hill outside. You're competing, but understanding the purpose of why we're competing. That's how you move along faster. I do like our depth. I do like our depth and our competition every day. I think it's bringing out the best in everybody, and when competition brings out the best in everyone, that's when you get somewhere.
Last question for
Coach. On the court, you seemed like last year transition was one of the places where you shined, and maybe you didn't shoot well. Seemed like this year you put more of an emphasis on that. So how have the transition elements come together for you to be more lethal in there and also shoot better?
Yeah, we're gonna. I think we just recruited more shooters, and I think the guys from last year returning have worked on that. So we still want to shoot at a high clip, but we want to get out in transition and be fun to watch and create extra possessions, not just with our defense, but with our offense. If we can score early in the clock and fast, that's going to create more tempo of the game, create more possessions, and we want that. And it's a fun way to play a lot of guys. We're much deeper than we were last year with shooting and talent and handling, so that will help us tremendously for sure. One more.
Coach, you've been talking about the leadership coming back from last season, the 5 returning players, and off the court that's important, but when it comes to on the court, I saw last week Puff was kind of working with the big guys. So you added a lot of centers in the offseason, but
yeah.
I'm curious, is there any, are you keen to have those 5 guys on the court together more this season?
Well, I'll play the 5 guys that are going to help us win in that moment. So to me, I don't care if it's 5 point guards or 5 big guys. If it helps us win, we're going to do it. That's what you got to do. But Puff came back bigger and stronger, and I love it. And I think he's done a great job with his body, just moving so much better than this time last year, and he's been rebounding really well. So we're going to play him in multiple positions, just like we will Nick and Zach. Hudson is also a guy who can play multiple positions. So, like anybody does, there's times we're going to go small, without a doubt. But we want it to get longer, more athletic, and bigger. We've done that. So we just got to make sure that we keep all these guys healthy so they can all impact on game nights. Good.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.